I have a confession to make. I've never listened to Pure Heroine. Hello! Welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucid. I'm a music producer and songwriter, and today I'm going to be reacting to Pure Heroine. First time, never listened to it before, by Lorde. So let's go. I know, it's sacrilege. I am obviously a Lorde fan. Well, maybe it'd be fair to say I'm more of a melodrama fan. I love this album so much, right? But like, this was back in the day when I didn't have Spotify. I invested in the albums that I heard singles from and was like, okay, this could be a good album. And to be honest, like Royals, like it didn't blow me away like it blew everyone else away. But, you know, music tastes change and stuff. So, you know, I'm excited to really actually kind of go back and listen. And with the new music coming out, so we've got Solar Power coming out soon. The new single came out this month. I think this is the perfect time to actually go and become a proper Lorde fan. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't already, then please click the like button to help it in the rankings. Cool, okay, let's get started. I'm a little bit nervous about this one because I don't know whether I'm gonna like it as much as I do melodrama, but I'm excited to really actually kind of go back and listen because, you know, it might blow me away, you never know. Okay, so song number 1, this is Tennis Court. Let's go. It's boring how people talk. Okay, that's like Pong. Is that Pong? Well, I'm bored. Yeah, okay, so she's bored of like other people's vibes. Okay, this one sounds a little bit like Homemade Dynamite, doesn't it? Okay, like production-wise, it's definitely less evolved, isn't it? But it's still cool though. It still has edge to it. Okay. My first plane. Oh my god, that really does show how young she is. I like this, the cadence here. We're all in line for the throne, huh? Oh, yeah, maybe it's like looking for depth in the people around her. But I'm not sure why what the reference to the tennis court is. You have to let me know. Fall apart with all my heart. Yeah, it's kind of a statement about how she wants to be like bold and emotional and deep. And you can just watch from your window, like, yeah. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, I get it, yeah. We're so happy even when we're smiling out of fear. It's like we don't really know what we're doing, but we're still feeling it authentically. Yeah, cool. Okay. You can definitely hear that it's an earlier song because like production-wise, the different elements don't necessarily feel as if they gel together in like when you listen to her later stuff, the whole song just feels like really well gelled and really well made. It's really difficult to describe, but that one doesn't quite have that feeling to it. Yeah, I appreciate the sentiment very much though. I really like a lot of what she's saying about like the people around her not really having any depth, you know, and kind of being bored by them. And then it seems like she's kind of moving away, first time on a flight, and she's kind of looking forward to meeting people who are on her level, you know. And I'm guessing the tennis court maybe is like, maybe the tennis court's like the back and forth of like a discussion. That would kind of make sense, right? Because she's looking for somebody she can have a debate with, and maybe the tennis court is supposed to represent the back and forth of a debate. Yeah, so we go down to the tennis court and we'll talk it out, like we're actually have a deep, real conversation. Okay, yeah, cool. I like that, yeah. Let's go on to the next song. This is 400 Lux. The synths are very like kind of 80s in that sense. Yeah, it sounds like it's been made with presets. That sounds so bad. I didn't even know that. Yeah, maybe it's a partying thing. Might be hollow, but we're brave. Huh. I'm not sure what this one's about. Maybe she's like purposefully trying to kind of write patchworks of lyrics, it seems, you know. Difficult to kind of follow the central storyline. It's definitely like her relationship with somebody, you know, I think. The mixing of it is a bit weird because that central synth almost like takes over everything else. It's a bit distracting. You have to let me know what the context is of this. Like, did she produce it herself? Maybe she's found someone that she thinks is really cool and like is trying to kind of live up to them in a way. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different things it could mean. I don't even know what 400 lux is supposed to mean as well. It's definitely creative though. Yeah, I think more than anything, she's definitely like showing a flair, you know? Yeah, it's definitely got creative elements to it. But I don't necessarily think that song, I don't know, it doesn't really work for me for a few reasons. I don't know, like I'm not really following the central storyline. Let me know what your interpretation of the song is. And then like, yeah, some of the mixing and the production on it sounds a bit unbalanced. Do you know what I mean? Not completely sold on this album, yeah, I'm sorry. Because I love her. I think she's a brilliant artist. This song didn't really do it for me. Oh no. Oh god. Let's go to song number 3. This is Royals. Obviously I've heard it a million times, but I haven't heard it in a long time. So yeah, never really figured out what the lyrics and stuff meant. So yeah, let's have a listen.
I've never seen a diamond in the flesh.
It's such a left field hit, isn't it? You know?
No postcode.
Yeah, okay. Oh, every song is like, oh, look how amazing my life is. And my experience is not like that, you know? I can't relate to all the songs I hear on the radio. I get it. We don't care. Yes. Oh my god, yeah, okay. Royals. This is actually a really good song. I forgot how good this one is. You get why so many people connected with it, you know? Let me live that fantasy. Oh, so it's the fantasy of being rich and famous and having, you know, surrounded by boys and whatever, that me and our generation and my friends and the people I'm singing to, we don't relate to that. Yeah, love that. The harmonies and stuff are so good. It's like, how do you make a song with like not so much tech and stuff? It's actually utilizing your voice in loads of different cool ways. It's such a good way to get around that, you know? And every day's like, and we'll never be royals. We crave a different kind of buzz. Yeah, oh my god. How did I never actually understand these lyrics? You know when you like know lyrics because you've heard a song so much, but you've never taken that step further and really actually thought, wait, what's this about? I get it now. I'm also a lot better at dissecting songs than I used to be. I've had a lot of practice. That kind of luck's just ain't for us. Yeah, it's just such a good song. Let me live that fantasy. Yeah, I love it. Oh shit, that's actually a really good song. I mean, obviously, like, when it came out, it really took over the world. It was such a big deal when it came out, right? And it is really a left field hit because, like, there were so many songs at the time that were all like, look how rich I am, look at my guns and my drugs and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And we don't relate to that. That's what she's saying. She's like, we don't relate to that. We can never relate to that. Like, the royalty doesn't run in our blood. We crave something different. We crave realism and depth. Yeah, and I think that's why it must have been such a big hit, is because so many people could connect to that feeling, you know, that they don't feel represented by the music they're hearing. And this song is like, oh, okay, yeah, this is exactly how I feel, you know, and it came along at the right time, yeah, and she smashed it. Cool. Yeah. Oh my god, such a good song. Yeah, and the production on that one is like, it's simpler. The first couple of songs sound like she didn't necessarily have as much access to, like, you know, loads of synths and loads of like production stuff, and you can kind of hear that. Whereas like on Royals, although you kind of know that maybe she didn't have access to that kind of stuff, she made it simple and focused on the things that sounded really good, like her voice and all the harmonies and stuff. She could still make a song that sounded super professional despite the fact that it doesn't necessarily use the most sophisticated like music production stuff. And actually that fits really well for the song, doesn't it, you know? Okay, let's go on to song number 4. This is Ribs. I'm such a weirdo. Okay. I like a song that takes time to put you in a place. Do you know what I mean? At half a minute and it's still just this like soundscape. Oh, it's building to something. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, okay.
It drives you crazy getting old.
Oh, okay. Growing up, maybe?
So divine.
I'm feeling this. Yeah. Huh. Oh, it's like flashes of kind of almost like maybe her teenage life, you know? flashes of a party, flashes of her relationship with her parent. It's cool, yeah. It reminds me of like Supercut.
through the midnight street.
I love this actually. It's a really smooth vibe. She doesn't like growing up into adulthood. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's like fear of the future, fear of being an adult and becoming an adult, yeah. I like it, yeah.
You're the only friend
Yeah.
I need. And laugh until our ribs get tough.
Yeah, huh. I liked that actually. Yeah, that's probably my favourite so far. I really liked the energy that she built up. She took a bit of time at the beginning, like 30 seconds, to kind of just put you in the kind of relaxed headspace, you know? And then when the kick drum came in and her, like, her beautiful kind of crispy voice, is that you? Her beautiful, like, close up. She has that kind of vocal fry thing going on, you know. It kind of cuts through that kind of warm, hypnotic feeling. And actually it reveals itself to kind of be a bit more of an anxious song. To me, it seems like she's scared of growing up, almost. And kind of anxious maybe that the friends that she has now won't stay with her. I like it, yeah. I like that a lot. Cool. And very different. It kind of does continue this uniqueness and individualism that she has, and that she still has even now with solar power. It's like so random, but she's like, yeah, cool. I look like a prettier Jesus, and you're like, okay. I have a playlist going at the moment, which is basically my current. I've changed the name. It used to be Current Bops. Now it's my current vibe, because I'm cool. And basically it's like what I'm listening to, what's inspiring me, old songs, new songs, you know, what's really getting me going at the moment. So yeah, if you want to check that out and follow it, I'll leave the link in the description for you. I'll be adding ribs to that. Let's go on to the next song. This is song number 5. This is Buzzcut Season. Didn't Troye Sivan have a song about it or something? Let me know what I'm talking about, as per usual. I like the vibe. I like the kind of subby things that are panned.
When your head caught flame,
Okay, cool.
caressed your brain.
Oh, she's so weird. I love her.
Buzzcut season anyway.
That's fun.
Live beside the pool where everything is good.
Kind of a cute story as well, isn't it?
Has a hot sweet taste.
Kind of sounds Clean Bandit vibes, this one. Their first album. Kind of maybe about loving life and meeting new friends and moving on from who she used to be, maybe. It's alright, it's Buzzcut season anyway, you know, even though kind of things might be going wrong, you can still kind of make the most of it, yeah? Maybe.
I'm the one you tell your fears to. Live beside the pool where everything is good.
Yeah, okay, maybe it's avoiding real problems or something. There's more of that kind of her trying to find people who she can actually have depth, you know? It's kind of like a similar kind of feel and thought process maybe to like a lot of Conan Gray's stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like looking for people to connect to, you know? Cool. Yeah, I like that. Interesting. Not the kind of song I thought it was going to be, actually. I'm sensing this theme of her discovering her tribe, finding people to connect to. You know, she's like, I'm never going to go home again. I live in this, like, was she there like a hallowed ground with you? Maybe it's like, I found a place and I found people that I can kind of connect to, and now I almost feel disconnected from home. She talks a lot about kind of people avoiding real problems and people kind of avoiding the dark dramas and just sitting by the pool and stuff. I think that's kind of like her talking about like wanting to find people with real depth, maybe. I don't know, let me know what your interpretation is, of course, as per usual. These songs are very much up for interpretation. They're not like linear stories, are they? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I like the vibe on that one though. Let's go to song number 6. This is Team.
Wait till you're
Hi.
We've not yet
Okay.
lost races.
Oh, cool.
Send the call out, send
Okay. Oh, okay. This is cool. It almost sounds like a kind of sister to Royals, doesn't it?
100 jewels between teeth.
Okay.
Their skin in craters like the moon. The movies, they don't dance and tell. Not very pretty, but we sure know how to love it.
Oh, I like that.
We're on each other's team.
Oh, okay. More community. Yeah. joined together in the way that they don't feel like they belong, you know? It does kind of feel like a bit more of a follow-on from Royals, like, lyrically as well. Living in the ruins of the palace within my dreams. Oh, like that, yeah. Yeah, innit? She's really kind of anti-establishment, isn't she? At the palace in my dreams, like what I kind of thought I'd be is not real, and I'm just connecting to the other people who also are kind of anti-establishment, who don't live the life that's expected of them, and kind of reveling in that, you know, kind of thinking, you know, we've got each other's backs. Yeah, I really like the sentiment of that. I think that one sums up kind of what she's been talking about already, but in a more celebratory kind of way. It sounds like she's kind of found a tribe of people, you know, like maybe she had expectations for her life, maybe other people had expectations for her life. The palace in her dreams is kind of, I guess, that expectation, and her life hasn't actually lived up to those expectations so far, and now she's living in the ruins of that, but she's got all these other people who also feel the same, people of the same generation who are like, I haven't been able to live up to that expectation that was kind of set up for me, but we're on each other's team, we've got each other's backs, and we feel less alone because I now know that other people have gone through the same thing. And I think it's almost like using that song to then tell people who are going through that, you know, that there are other people who are going through that, you know, it's like all about feeling less alone. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like the sentiment very much. Cool, love that. Okay, let's go on to song number 7. This is Glory and Gore. If you saw my Melanie Martinez video reaction last week, you'll know I'm not very good with Gore.
There's a humming in the restless summer air.
Okay. Okay. Party, precursor to melodrama. Oh, okay. I guess it's like embracing the chaos, I guess. Yeah. Weird. Cool. Maybe it's like finding success in being kinda chaotic, harnessing the chaos, I guess. I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? I'm not sure. We're secretly the saviors, if you want a rager. Maybe it's like we found the secret to life that you don't know about, and it's kinda chaotic party vibes. Yeah, I love that, how it... Cool. So she is experimental, isn't she? Like that sound is quite abrasive. That's pissing me off. Well, I guess we're really fighting ourselves. It's another song that's kind of about her celebrating who she is, isn't it? You can tell that she's quite young in this album, I think. Interesting. I like what she's going for in terms of the story of the album still. And that definitely does feel like another element of that. Almost like celebrating people who find success in being weird, all the people who are being safe and not finding as much success, you know. It's kind of contrary to the fact, you know. And that's what she kind of means by glory and gore being hand in hand. It's like, if you want the glory, then you have to kind of take the risks and be maybe chaotic and maybe fail. The song itself, though, again, there was a few more kind of mixing issues. You know, I hate to get technical. I know I don't. I love to get technical. But like that in the middle 8 was quite very far forward. And like if I were mixing it, I would repitch that. If it's pitched wrong, it can sound really kind of like disjointed. And I think that's kind of it. And I put it a little further back in the mix as well. But that said, in that section, I loved all the stuff she did with the harmonies and the voice work. Like, that's really cool. There's some distracting parts in some of these songs that don't feel like as finished as some of the others. Yeah. Oh, controversial. Songs, not songs. Take me down in the comments if you want. And that's kind of what the song's about. Like, she is definitely saying, you know, I'm not perfection. I'm messy as hell. But she's celebrating the quirkiness. And I still will always love that about her. Like, despite the fact that some of the songs I don't think really kind of live up to some of the others. Mixed bag, I guess. Let's go on to song number 8, okay? This is Still Sane.
Today is my birthday and I'm
Cool. Happy birthday, Lorde.
playing dumber than in fall. And
Doesn't sound very sane, this song, does it?
tripping over on stage.
I'll be tripping over on stage. It's all cool.
My newfound fame.
Yeah, it says it's after Royals then. as long as I can stay good. So it's her tackling being like famous and a teenager, I guess, isn't it?
I'm little, but I'm coming for you. Keeps me up a level.
Yeah, it sounds like her kind of working hard to maybe like keep up with her contemporaries, even though she's young, and still staying sane because that's what she loves to do.
Only bad people live to see their likeness set in stone.
Only bad people live to see their likeness in stone. Huh.
What does that make me?
What does that make me? Huh. I do think she's grappling with fame and what it means for her to be famous at such a young age.
All work and no play on the new shit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, wow, that's a really interesting kind of dive into her psyche. I think, obviously, after Royals, she got really big really quick. And I think that song is almost like her kind of telling herself that she loves music and she loves to make music and she can do it 24/7, still stay sane. I don't know how true that is for anyone, but, you know, that's what she's kind of saying. But yeah, it kind of really, like, searches through that feeling, you know? Like, she talks about only bad people become, like, statues, become set in stone. Like, I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think in terms of her contemplating her addition to the world, you know, what does that make me? Does that make me a bad person because I've found success where others haven't, you know? She's really grappling with that feeling, like how is she gonna go through her life now that she's had this level of success. So it's really interesting lyrically. But again, like the song itself, it didn't really set me off, yeah. But there's certainly stuff in there that is really interesting, really cool. Okay, let's go on to song number 9. This is White Teeth Teens.
We wouldn't be seen dead here in the day. I guess you're
Okay, it's about clubbing.
Let's take a shot now.
Interesting.
White teeth teens are out.
Feels like she's kind of critical of these people though, isn't she?
Teeth teens are up for it.
Whoa, okay.
I know you
Drums are cool.
there's nothing here to stop.
Yeah, cool. Her production style is so disjointed and sharp and weird and experimental. I really appreciate that, yeah. And I feel like she really made the most of that with melodrama. Almost like she learnt how to direct it better, you know? Who are the White Teeth Teens?
White
Maybe it's about shallowness again, you know?
nothing here to stop.
Nothing here to stop us. I think it's like a generation thing. We're gonna do what we want type vibe again.
I am not a white teeth teen,
I'm not, yeah, okay.
but never did.
I tried to join, right? So I tried to subscribe to that shallow life, but
Blood
it never worked for me, yeah.
and do nothing and love it.
It definitely sounds like a teenager album, doesn't it? Like, I feel like there must have been a whole generation of people who were a similar age to her who would have like felt that this album represented them when a lot of music didn't represent them. Do you know what I mean? Just kind of talk about like real life experiences, you know, down to earth experiences.
Teens are out.
Yeah, cool, yeah. As a song, again, like, it's not really getting me going, but like, I really appreciate what she's saying in terms of like the lyric, and I really can like appreciate the experimental nature of it. And that one is, yeah, very critical of the White Teeth Teens, who I guess shallow people, rich people who are only up for like a kind of on the surface good time. And I think she kind of says, you know, she tried to kind of join that brigade of people, but it didn't really work for her. I think she's looking for too much depth. She wants to be much deeper. She's looking for other people who are much deeper, and it seems like throughout these songs she's found that, you know. Before we go on to the last song, if you haven't already, then what are you doing? Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you like it too. Yeah, I do videos every single Friday, so yeah, make sure to tune in every single week. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the last song. This is number 10. This is A World Alone. Ooh, guitar. We haven't heard any guitar up to this point.
I feel grown up with you in your car.
So maybe she's met someone. Oh, okay.
I'm biting
Cool. Oh, I like that. Interesting use of sounds. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let them say whatever they want about us, because at the end of the day, like, I'm the only one who's got to live myself. You know.
Studying business, I study the floor.
Aw.
The internet raised
generation thing, isn't it? It's a bit more of a kind of celebration, this one, isn't it? Of herself and of the people who understand her again, you know?
We're a train wreck waiting to happen.
She knows that it's not perfect. She knows that she's like kind of messy, but she's trying to find self-acceptance, I think. They're always going to talk, you know? You can't control what they're going to say. Oh, okay. I was almost falling asleep then. Yeah. I like the vibe. I like the energy of this one. Oh, that's the people talking. Yeah, the chatter. Yeah.
Let him talk.
Let them talk. Yeah. I had a feeling she would say that right at the end. Yeah. Finding confidence in herself. Searching for that through this song. And kind of saying people might have an opinion on how you want to act and how you want to be. But who cares? Who cares? Just keep dancing through it, you know? You are who you are, and that's okay. I think for that reason, like, the whole album does kind of, it very much does feel like a teenage discovery album, something that a lot of people who were that age must have been able to really relate to. Royals is kind of like the center of like her manifesto on this album, you know, finding herself as somebody who doesn't relate to anyone and doesn't seem to kind of have people who get it. It's kind of her finding those people and her exploring all those different feelings that are related to that, you know? So for that sense, like, I really like how it is a very focused album. I think in a similar way to how Melodrama really focused on the party, you know, that kind of sense, and it all revolved around a central theme. This one, again, it does revolve around a central theme, and I really like that. I really appreciate the fact that she makes one body of art as an album. It's not just a collection of songs, you know. That said, there weren't loads of songs on there that really kind of got me going, unfortunately. It's a bit hit and miss, I think, because she hits moments of genius and it kind of comes together for Royals and Ribs and maybe Buzzcut Season. But because she's still kind of young and experimenting and learning how to write songs and learning how to produce, it does feel like a lot like there are misses as well. And that's okay. That's totally okay. Like this was an album in which she was discovering herself lyrically and in terms of her own songwriting too. And it led her to make Melodrama. It was almost like this was her learning. You know, and Melodrama was like, boom, okay, here we go, masterpiece, done. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm really glad I went back and listened to it because I kind of have more of an idea of what she stands for as an artist, you know? This album really does tell us what she stands for as an artist, and it's about being weird and quirky and out of the box and loving that and accepting that in yourself, you know. Cool. Thank you so much for tuning into the video. Let me know, of course, what your interpretation is for all the songs below. And of course, if you disagree with me, feel free to write in the comments. I like replying to all the comments. And I really love discussing music. Everyone has a different opinion and I would like to hear yours. Before we finish, let's go on to the song of the week. Okay, so this week, Jessie J's got new music out. So I thought I'd pick one of her old songs. So I'm going to pick the song Not My Ex. So Jessie J's had some really big hits, but after she kind of had like a couple of like really big albums, I think she kind of lost her way a little bit, and I think she got a bit lost in the biz. So she took some time off and wrote and came back and actually wrote this really, really personal, it was like 4 EPs that kind of came together to make a album with 4 sections. Really cool. And she did this one song, which is one of my favorites, called Not My Ex, and it's about meeting a new person and kind of not putting the expectations and feelings you have for your past relationship on this new person. And it's like a really cool way of like representing something that we've all felt, I think, in lots of different circumstances, but doing it in a new way that I've never really quite heard before. And of course, her voice is amazing on everything she does. She's got an incredible voice, and I think the production and stuff and the songwriting much more allows her to sing and allows her voice to really shine, whereas some of her poppier pop stuff didn't quite do her voice justice. You go see her live and she absolutely rips your face off with how powerful her voice is. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very difficult to harness that kind of voice, but I think she does a much better job of it in that album and on Not My Ex. So I will leave Not My Ex in my Song of the Week playlist for you to go and listen to it. I'll leave that in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in to the end. Make sure to come back next Friday for another reaction. See you again soon. Bye.